Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Happy 1-year anniversary. I can't believe it's been a whole year. I don't know if I'm going to get this posted today. It is September 25th right now, but it's like 9:30 at night. So if I don't get this posted today, it'll be up tomorrow, the 26th on Sunday. But at least I filmed it on my anniversary. I have been running around all day today getting the last finishing touches for homecoming next week for my daughter. So she didn't care about my 1-year anniversary being today. Not at all. She needed me and my credit card. So that's that. Anyway, I hope to upload it for you guys tonight. If not, I'll premiere it tomorrow and watch it with you guys. Thanks for all the questions. This should be fun. Don't be too mad at me because remember, y'all asked the questions. Love you guys. I look forward to year 2. Let's jump right into the video. Okay, so I have my computer pulled up and we're going to read these questions. The first one is, what do you do for a living? I'm not a perfumer. So what I do for a living doesn't pertain to this channel. Even though people are always asking that question. It's so, why though? I don't know. I would just say what I always say. I work in education. The next question is, do you compliment a stranger if they smell good? Absolutely. And what I notice in my life is I get compliments all the time from other ethnic backgrounds. For some reason here in St. Louis, Black women are so hesitant to compliment you on a fragrance. Even though you can tell when you walk into a room or when they smell you, everything about them is like, oh, they really want to say it, but they don't. I swear it's so ridiculous. I don't even know. Does your partner also wear perfumes? I am heterosexual, therefore I date men and they wear colognes, not perfumes. If yes, which one is your favorite? Okay, so, and is it a big collection? So, wait a minute, there's more to that. Let me see if they kept asking questions. Oh yeah, okay, well, okay. His collection is about 20 colognes, and my favorites on him, literally, I have to give these 3 because they're just immaculate. Versace Eros. I still love it, guys. Please don't be mad at me, but I still love it. Crater by Dua. Oh, Crater smells so good. So good. And then the other one is By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela Replica. Is there an ideal city or country where I would love to live? Mexico. Isla Mujeres to be exact. And the other question, what is my YouTube objective? To keep having fun, to keep being able to chill with you guys and talk about something that we are all slightly, if not completely, obsessed with. I don't have any delusions of grandeur at this time to, quit my job and do this full time. No, this was a hobby I had long before YouTube was even a part of my life. So I was already doing this. But it is fun. And that's what I want to do. Keep having fun and keep having it be a hobby, not a job. I don't want to get to the point to where I feel like it's a job. I think that takes the fun out of it. Okay. In 2020, fragrance channels came to life on YouTube, including new frag heads and current YouTubers transitioning to do fragrance reviews. I've started to see a slow transition into the fragrance community as if content creators are struggling to come up with new or relevant content for viewers. Wow, Happy in Seattle. Okay, what is your reaction to the current state of the fragrance community? Yeah, what an amazing question. Like, woo. I feel like because I've only been on YouTube for a year today, I can be completely objective and completely unbiased with this. I do see both sides. And I've been hearing the rage from some people who feel like it's completely unfair that these people who have been well established in beauty and travel and things like that have decided to jump ship with them already having 30, 40, 50, 60 and up thousand, followers, subscribers. People who are just starting out, or not even that, people who have been here 5 or 10 years and just have their 5 or 10 or 15, thousand subscribers, feel like it's unfair and unjust that these people who were never into fragrance or never shared that they were into fragrance all of a sudden want to be all about fragrance. So from their point of view, it's, this is my thing. I've always been true to this thing. I've always only done this thing. I really love this thing. You're just coming to do it because you know it's the new hot thing. And what you used to do is no longer bringing in viewers. You know, you want to teach people to beat their face with 20 pounds of makeup and this, that, and the third. Well, nobody's doing it anymore because everybody's staying at home. Everybody's working from home. I'm talking about 2020, since this person made reference to 2020 being when this started. So you get to just stay at home, put on the minimum face or no face. If you don't have a Zoom meeting or something like that, you're very minimalistic. Nothing, if anything, but some moisturizer. So nobody wants to look at your makeup videos. They don't have anything to get beat-faced for. And if you did travel or things like that, who's traveling in 2020? Nobody. And if you were to travel, people will be looking at you like you are part of the problem. You are the reason that this thing is still out of control, you know, things like that. So I can understand why viewership of those types of channels would be down. And if these people are using YouTube for their livelihood, come on, they got to do something. So, of course, they jump ship. They hear about the new hot thing, and that's fragrance. Some of them have probably always been into fragrance, just not as a first love or a very serious hobby. So they're going to make it their hobby. Why? Because they are using YouTube for their livelihood. Some of them, this is their 100% only job. Some of them just to afford the lifestyle that they have. We don't know what they've lost during COVID, just the same way that everybody else has. But again, I do understand that if you've been doing this and been true to this and you consider to be a true frag head, you don't like the fact that they're just doing it to get viewers or bring viewership back in because what they were doing ran stagnant. Here's what we have to remember. We should never be hating on someone for getting their bag. We just shouldn't. It's like you can't tell a person they can't talk about fragrance just because they never had before their channel just plateaued. That's what you do. When you're a content creator, you got to move with the times. If nobody's traveling, if nobody's beating their faces, and all they're talking about is fragrance, you better jump on fragrance. Come on. For those of you who have been trying to, build yourself up to as high as they are, maybe that's not your place on YouTube. Let me tell you guys something that someone told me. Her name is TeraMichelle, and I was talking about something on her live. I don't remember what I said, but she said to me, you know what? Your people will find you. Your people will find you. And that was so brilliant. She's right. The people who are meant to find you, who are akin to you, who like you, who vibe with you, will find you. And those are the people who are supposed to be there. I think we get too caught up in these numbers. Again, if you're trying to use YouTube to be your only job, you're brave, first of all, because it's fickle out here. One day people love you, the next day they may not. So, hey, more power to you. But you have to understand, you just have to understand that you need to worry about you, or you need to live and thrive in your you-ness, not someone else's. Don't compare yourself, your growth to anybody else, your subscribers to anybody else, how fast you do it, how slow you do it. If you're doing it because you actually love it, then let it be authentic and organic. Period. If it doesn't bring you love and joy anymore, walk away. If you start getting too obsessed with the analytics, get rid of YouTube Studio off of your phone or wherever you're looking at it. Stop looking at it for a while. Walk away when you start to become anytime anything becomes the focus that's not pure enjoyment and happiness to do it, walk away for a little while, then come back when you get yourself together. But as far as this question, I think the community is changing with the times. COVID threw a wrench in everything, and people had to figure out how to stay afloat. Fragrance is what's popping right now. For those of us who are in fragrance and have always been and only been, we're just going to have to deal with the outsiders. The next question is, am I into scents for home, laundry, cars, all that good stuff? Not really. What does your family think of your perfume collecting? Do they approve or do they get annoyed? They used to get annoyed. At first they were like, what are you doing? And where is all of that going? And then just kept going and going and going. And then they were like, we can shop here. Can I have this? Can I have this one? I don't want this. So because I share and I gift a lot, now they're cool with it. Rose says, was I born in Missouri? How many kids do I have? Do like a mini bio. Well, I already have a question and answer video where I think I went over all that good stuff. So I will tag that up in the cards for you all to go and revisit. These videos end up being so long, guys, so I'm sorry. I understand if you have to watch half of it and come back and finish it later. That's cool. I will just say that, yes, I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I moved away for about 8 years, and then I came back. And I have 4 children, 3 that are still living at home. I have a 20-year-old son. I have a 17-year-old daughter. I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son. Edith wants to know what type of laundry detergent I use. I do use fragrance free because I have 2 kids who used to have eczema when they were younger. So I just moved everything to fragrance free and never went back. Even when, everything came out, they grew out of that. I just, and it's not because I don't want it to compete with my fragrance. Because, is laundry detergent really that strong nowadays that after you wash and dry your clothes and you iron them, they still smell so strongly of that? I don't think I want that. The Fragrantician asks, when she comes here to the US next year, can I recommend a good French restaurant? Absolutely not. There aren't really many authentic things here in St. Louis, so I'm not jumping into that field. We might have some, but I don't know anything about them. If we were going to Mexico, I could tell you of a great French restaurant, though. She also wanted to know when she comes to the US if she could do my nails. That's fine. And they how long they last, that's how long they're going to be done. I'm not that girl. I just don't. They're clean, but they are a hot mess. They're really thin. They're razor sharp. I cut people all the time, not even meaning to. It's crazy. And then she said, do I have any beauty treatments? No, I'm not that girl either. I cleanse my face and I moisturize and I wear sunscreen and I use whatever is the most affordable or on sale at the time. I do have I guess I have a regimen. So I do use Belief and I use the face wash and the moisturizer. I use different serums, usually whatever's on sale at Sephora or Ulta, and eye creams. I'm just trying to get into that. Even though I'm 40, I'm really late to the game, and I've always moisturized, but I used to just use the blue top Pond's, Pond's, and it worked. But no, I don't care. I don't wear makeup unless it's like a lip gloss or a lipstick for you guys, because we wear masks everywhere, so come on. But other than that, pooey. Just cleanse, moisturize, move on. Amanda says, what was my first perfume? I believe my first perfume was Sweet Honesty from Avon. I really do. That is the one that just always jumps out first to me. What did you wear on your most special occasion? Nothing when I gave birth to my 4 kids. My first marriage was not a special occasion after all, and I don't think I wore anything. I don't really know. I think right now, if I were going to go to a special occasion, I would wear Delina. What fragrance holds the most memories for me, or the best memories? The best memories for me? Oh man, probably Hearts and Daggers by, oh my gosh, what's the name of it? Ed Hardy. Ooh, the disrespect. Next question. What was your first perfume memory? How did it make you feel? And did it influence your current fragrance hobby? My first perfume memory, I do think, is around Sweet Honesty and Far Away. I just remember being happy that I had my own fragrance. The memory was just like, because I used to have this little mirror table. It was all glass with a mirror to it, with a mirror on it, and I would sit down. I would get ready in the morning. I had this little fragrance, the Far Away fragrance powder I would put on. I just felt like the girls in the movies, you used to see in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. I just felt really, really pretty. Did it influence my hobby? Probably. I fell in love with fragrance, but I do believe that flowers originally, and I do have a video concept I'm working on where I'm going to talk about that more in depth, but I had a really, really horrible childhood. So going outside was like a freeing, happy, super happy experience for me. And I used to just love pretty things and being around pretty things because my life was so ugly. So I could talk more in depth about that later, but I do believe flowers had more to do with me developing a love of the smell of things than my first perfume, because that would have been really, really young, like 3, 4, 5 years old. The next question is, what are my goals for my fragrance collection? I really eventually want to get down to 20. I want to have 20 fragrances that I'm obsessed with and completely love. Like no hits or misses. No, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. None of that. Like 20 fragrances. That's it. Will I ever get there? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, here's another multi-question. I want to know when you started to collect or buy and obtain all your fragrances. I've owned fragrances throughout the years. I used to be totally a Bath and Body Works girl, then switched to Victoria's Secret, then back to Bath and Body Works, then into fragrances. So, but I never went above 10. Like I started this 2019. Don't judge me. Have you always been a frag fan? Yes. Or was it as an adult? No, since I was young. Also, what is your favorite scent profile? I don't know. But I don't think I have one specific favorite scent profile. I can tell you that I don't like heavy ouds, heavy spices, heavy incense, anything like that, or heavy florals. Now that I can tell you. It's easier for me to tell you what I don't like than it is for my absolute, scent profile. I know you don't layer your perfumes, but is there a fragrance that you think needs an additional note that would make it better? Or if you could take a note out of a fragrance, which one? I would take the lavender out of Libre, the whole line. And then as far as a fragrance that I think needs a note, ooh, that's a good one. I would want to put strawberry in Anara Oud by Swiss Arabian. I think that would really take that to another level, and maybe I would have kept it and not sold it. If you only had $50 including shipping, which perfume would you purchase that you don't already have? If you only had $50 including shipping. Britney Spears VIP private show. I gave my private show and my VIP to my daughter because she kept begging for them. Then when I went to replace them, I couldn't find them anywhere that wasn't a ridiculous price. So right now, I prefer VIP to private show. So that's the one I would get. I know it sounds crazy, right? But I know I could actually get that one with $50. Next question. Do any of your kids love fragrance as well or want to smell things? Yes. All three of the ones here at this house. My 1-year-old will try to get my fragrance and smell them. Yes. Our sense of smell is tied so much to memory and emotion. It's very, I think as human beings, we just like pretty things. Whether it's the smell, whether it's the look, whether it's the feel. I love it. How many fragrances do you on average buy a month? How do you choose what to buy and from where? Okay, so I don't set limits on myself. I probably should, but I don't. What I have realized though, now that I'm back up to 415 bottles, I just cannot, y'all. They have been releasing so many things I want that I just can't help myself. At first, it used to drive me crazy because I was like, this is a first world hobby. This is overkill. It's ridiculous. But I love my collection, so it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to throw a number out there for myself because then, I'll get caught up in a month where they're going to have 10 releases that I want. If I want them, I get them. And as far as how do I choose what I want to buy, usually it's the notes or it's if I'm already a fan of the series, or the house. So if Jean-Paul Gaultier comes out with another Scandal, I'm getting it off GP. Unless the notes just are terrible, which I don't see happening. He comes out with another La Belle flanker, I might be a little hesitant because the last one was such a flop for me. But usually it's about the house, the perfumer, the notes. Also, too, if I'm really invested in the series, like I said, Mon Guerlain, I've owned all of the flankers at one time, sold the ones that didn't really work for me. So, yeah. And as far as to where I buy them from, here, go to Google and click on the shopping tab. You can click on all, you can click on images, you can click on news, you can also click on shopping. Put the perfume name in that you want and click search. It will pull up every site that's selling it and what price they're selling it for. Do you know which one you choose? The one with the cheapest price? You're welcome. The next question is about my daughter and if I let her experiment in fragrances. So yes, we've already talked about my 17-year-old. She has at least 100 perfumes of her own. My 8-year-old has like 9 or 10, and my 7-year-old son has like somewhere between 7 and 10 colognes. Look, I love to smell good. They love to smell good. We're just gonna do it. Bedtime, sexy time, and girl time favorite fragrances. I don't wear scents to bed. I do believe in giving your nose a break. A lot of people are coming up nose blind now, and it's harder for them to smell things. And I think that's because they just never give their nose a break. Besides, if you have a significant other and sexy time is regular, again, I just don't agree with asking them to lick and nibble and kiss on. Don't nobody want to taste that, bro. No, so I keep it simple. Girl time, I don't have any female friends in real life. I've had the misfortune of dealing with a lot of females who have serious issues, and I just disassociate myself from that. So yeah, there's that. Don't feel sorry for me though. You know, I don't do drama, so I'm fine. Where do you live? Missouri. How long did it take you to accumulate your collection? Like a year. And what is your occupation? Why do people want to know? That is so weird to me. That is so weird to me. I love your videos, by the way. Thank you, baby. I work in education. Next question. If your fragrances could talk to you, what you mean if? Which one would have a thing or two to say to you in a good way and another in a bad way? Well, I think that Delina, Olympia, and MFK 540 Baccarat Rouge would cuss me for filth because I don't wear them as much as I used to. And I think that La Belle and Casablanca would be like, hey girl, what's up? How many times you wearing me this week? Because I have been wearing them like multiple times every week, at least twice, both of them every week. So I think the majority of them would tell me that they love me and they appreciate me for not decluttering them. And they do tell me that. What is this if business? Do you worry about fragrances going bad? Nope. My mom asked me how long fragrances last, and I said around 5 years or so. I've actually had some last for 10. My fancy lasted for 12 years. So how am I going to make sure my perfumes are okay? I mean, I know no sunlight and all that stuff, but still. She said no light. Well, you can have them in light, not direct light on them. You know, like the only light mine ever get is when I'm in here filming with you guys, and it's not directly on them at all. And it's also soft light with filters. So no sunlight, and keep it very cool. I would say 65 to 67 degrees is perfect. If you can keep them someplace cooler than that, that's cool too. I don't think you should go any lower than 60. But what's going to happen is going to happen. This is another reason why I'm like, come on, TeraMichelle, we got to start to dwindle down. We got to start to use up. Speaking of which, I used all of my Daisy Love and then bought a 3.4. But I'll never get down to 20. Who am I kidding? It is what it is. You know, if they're going to go bad, they're going to go bad. And then that's a lesson that you've learned. Don't buy too many. And it'll teach you how to get down to a number that you can utilize where it doesn't happen to you. If you could get a full refund on any fragrance in your collection, which ones would you return? None of the ones I have currently. I would have returned a ton of them that I've already sold or decluttered or gifted away. So none currently. Being from the Midwest, what is the scariest tornado story you have? Thank goodness, none. I have not been through any tornadoes. Who is your favorite fragrance reviewer? Like, really? Me. Based on your comments, a lot of you get me to go back and look at how I describe perfumes, and I get a kick out of me. I think that my love for perfumes and my fantastic imagination really get the point across. There are different types of reviewers. There are people who will just list their perfumes to you, people who would just read the notes to you, or people who would just say, I love this for day night. It's so sweet. It's so pretty, you know, but I like the journey that I take people on. I like the journey I take myself on, and you guys get to watch me take myself on it. So, you know, by proxy, you go with me. So I will say me to keep it safe. There is zero way on this planet I'm going to name one person. No. I can tell that no. I want to say who some of my favorites are so bad, but then when you leave other people, like, is that like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But if I'm keeping it gangster, I have 3 people who just really intrigued me for different reasons. One of them, I've been rocking with her. I was in her comment section all the time, and she was the person who built me up the most to start my channel. Her name is Rebecca Collazo. I call her Becky. I love her. She is such a beautiful person, inside and out. I love Amy Glam. She's so pretty, and we have a lot of similarities about ourselves and about our lives. Did I mention that she's absolutely gorgeous? And also, too, I absolutely, you know what, another one, too. Okay, I said 3, so I'm going to stay at 3. The Fragrantician, Gabby, hilarious. We have almost 0 in common in perfume, and I still watch her videos because she just captivates me the way she talks about, especially vintage perfumes, because I know that's not my judge. But she can actually make me feel like I like them, you know? So those are 3 of my favorites. And Paula Bianca for honorable mention because I love her too. She's a little too dark with me over there talking about playing with the Ouija boards. I won't be doing that now. Do you have any bottles that you regret getting the smaller size or vice versa? I really regret getting my Marc Jacobs in a smaller size, but I have the big one now, so it doesn't matter. I also regret getting the smaller size of Coco Mademoiselle, of, oh, don't pop like that again, girl. What? Chanel Chance Eau Fresh, Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, the EDT and the EDP. I regret getting the big bottle of La Belle Le Parfum, that new one. I could have did with the 1 ounce and I'd have been Gucci. That 3.4, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get rid of that thing. I still haven't worn it yet. And I regret getting the smaller bottle of Zadig and Voltaire. This is her. Like, I could go on and on and on and on, you know. Oh, and Escada's Candy Love. I really wish I would have been able to find a 3.4 or 3.3 fluid ounce of that. Oh, love it. Love it. Your favorites of the Jessica Simpsons, Fancy Love. And if you had time, maybe you could tell your favorite from each celebrity, please and thank you. That would be a whole another video. I could just say off the top of my head though, you know what, let's just try to do this video. Gonna be long as heck anyway, don't matter. Let's just go for broke. Has anybody ever released a 2-hour video? Okay, so from Jessica Simpson, it's going to be Fancy Love. From Britney Spears, it's going to be VIP Private Show. From Paris Hilton, it's going to be Heiress. From Sofia Vergara, it's Tempting Paradise. From Madonna, it's Truth or Dare. From Rihanna, it's Riri or Kiss? I'll go with Kiss. It's definitely not Crush. I'll go with Kiss from Rihanna. Beyonce, don't like any of them. Yeah, that's about all I got right now. Ariana Grande. Ooh, I want to say Cloud. I think I'm going to say the original Cloud still, because I'm telling you, I'm really developing a love-hate relationship with that Intense. It just keeps disappearing, man. When it's around, it's around. God, that thing irks my soul. What's one thing you would tell your younger 20-year-old self? Well, I would take it back to 18. I would tell my 18-year-old self not to get married. Yeah, because I was married at 19, so 20 would be too late. If I had to stick with 20 because that's what you said, I would tell her to leave that marriage right then and there. Don't be concerned about giving birth to your son on your own. Get out. You are worth it. Woo, that triggered some emotions. All right. Where are you from? St. Louis, Missouri, baby. I'm trying to figure out if that's a Detroit accent. Not even close. If you broke 3 bottles. Oh my gosh. What? And could choose which ones broke? Which would you choose? What are we talking about? Do you know these people can hear me? No. None. 0. None. Maybe the ones I'm selling. Oh, yes, the ones I'm selling. This Impressa, Hair Mist. This Joe Malone English Pear and Freesia. Oh, my goodness. And that nude Soleil from KKW, baby. Break them all, but don't break them in my house because I don't want to smell that mess. Do you rearrange your collection when your preference changes? Not really. The last question is, what are my pet peeves? So I don't really have any current pet peeves on YouTube. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. I hope I actually get this out today. If I don't, it'll be tomorrow. It's fine. Please don't forget to click the like button. I hope I didn't make you too mad. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join the Terra Squad, as well as click that notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. I love talking to you guys. I know y'all gonna have something to say in the comments. Until then, bye. Happy 1-year anniversary, y'all.